Your beloved game show host, coming right at you with a 23 NFL Draft first round recap. That's right, 23 21. 2023 NFL Draft first round recap show. Right quick, real fast. So, I know everybody pretty much that are fans of the National Football League enjoyed it. All the hoopla in the Kansas City Plaza. You know, I think everybody enjoyed themselves on that. But we're gonna get right on into it, man, and talk about these players, man. That we saw, man. I got a few picks, man. I got one right there. But we definitely is got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Some players, man. That's right, some players, some notables. But we're gonna go through all the players and I just give you my instant, take on them. So everybody see, man, by the screen that no one overall pick of the Carolina Panthers uh, is Bryce Young of the University of Alabama, Crimson Tide. Um, and then we already know what happened in the second and third picks. Houston took C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. Okay, now it's a mixed bags, it's mixed emotions about the picks because a lot of the Houston native wanted Bryce Young. Houston, Texas wanted Bryce Young. But Carolina did what they had to do to move up. And unfortunately, you hired Love Smith. Probably should have just kept the other coach that you had the year before, kept Coley. If you knew you were one to tank, and you should have just Love Smith fucked and then Carolina fucked you. Because I think that if Chicago had stayed there, they would have probably took Will Anderson and moved on. But, I don't even know. And at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Chicago got a gang of picks. So, from Carolina. So, they gave him an offer they couldn't refuse. But we'll get into all that real quick. So, good pick by, good pick by the Carolina Panthers. The main reason, because early in the draft process, everybody was talking about was CJ draft, CJ Stroud. And guess what ended up happening? I ended up getting some interesting information that it was based off the Wonder League test. They said that CJ Stroud had a 12 Wonder League test. So that's why he fell into the draft to two. It is what it is. So we get straight in there, right? CJ Stroud. Now, let me give you my take on CJ Stroud. I'm not really high on this kid, not at all. So a lot of Houston natives not really high on this kid either. So they're at the mercy of D'Amico Ryans and his coaching staff to make this kid a serviceable guy, to make make him serviceable, or make him good, make him damn good. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Houston uh, could be in trouble with their quarterback. But all I can say about CJ Stroud, he's better than Mills. I mean, it's that simple. Okay, but that's not saying much. That's not saying a whole lot. But it depends on that coach. You just got to put your faith in the coaching staff, Houston Texan fans. They better coach him up. And they coach him up, you move on. You know, yeah, you move on. Me right here. This is a scheme pick by the fourth overall pick in the NFL draft. Is Mr. Richardson, Tony Richardson, out of the University of Florida. You know, you Gator bait. He might be Gator chum now. But yeah, man, Gator chum. But I'm gonna say this, man. Um, I'm not high on this guy at all. I think this guy is way too damn raw. I think this guy is is raw than a cow walking right now. You know? Yeah, they ain't even slaughtered that cow yet. You know? They ain't even slaughtered that. They ain't even slaughtered him. That's how raw he is. He raw on the motherfucker. He got all the attributes that you want from an athletic quarterback, except one thing: accuracy. Now people say that his accuracy because he ain't started 15 games. Um, but why he was sitting on the bench so long? You know. So I'm not high on this pick, man. Like I told the Colt fans, you know you fucked up, don't you? I still believe you fucked up. You were fucked though. Cause we still realize that motherfucker Will Leckis is sitting in the second motherfucking round. So we already know that you didn't want to take him. So you was sitting in the worst position. You had no business bringing that. You had no business bringing that bullshit. Motherfucking coaching now. You probably could have had no one overall pick in the draft, and you could have had Bryce Young, or you could have had your boy C.J. Stroud. Mm-hmm. But we don't believe in you, sir. We don't. We don't believe in you. We don't have no reason to believe when you over in the game show because you went 6-6 over there at the University of Florida SEC play. We already know that you ain't ready to do nothing. Mm-mm. So we'll go down the line. We ain't gonna show a picture of all these guys. We only showing notables. Guys I like and guys I don't. Um, Pick 5 with the Seahawks is a Witherspoon. Now the Witherspoon pick is a pick. Um, they got Witherspoon as comparables to Anton Winfield Sr. If you know who Anton Winfield Sr. is, you know some football. If you don't, you need to go uh, Google search Antoine Winfield Sr., not Jr. Now, the Cardinals took Paris Johnson Jr. They took a tackle. I don't really give a hell about what's going on over there with the Cardinals right now. You know, I'm really down on Kyler Murray. I really don't like anything that the Cardinals got going on. The Raiders, they took one of the best pass rushers in this draft. This man has got long arms, edge rusher, Tyree Wilson. That was a good pick. You might be saying a Willie McGinnis type of guy. He could be a Willie McGinnis. Uh, the Atlanta Falcons, you reached for a player, but you took a top 5 player in the draft. Any other draft, any other time before the downgrading of the running back position, this would be an example and a great pick. But a lot of people don't like you taking the pick. I just say, hey man, at least the Eagles ain't got him. Now, the Eagles took Jalen Carter like I originally thought I said in my original shows. And then I thought they was gonna take a Jalen Carter. I really did. I got it right. I know Michael Parsons was mad about it, but that ain't his job to be commenting on Eagle bullshit. And I really don't need Michael Parsons to go sit down. I really need Paul Parks to be over there with the baby, burping it. That's what I need you to be doing. I don't need you to really be running your mouth on these draft shows. I don't like it. Um, the Bears, they took a tackle. Tennessee Titans took a tackle. Let's get into these son of bitches over here. Now let's be honest. Now the Lions. Let me see what the Lions passed up after the draft. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Lions, man. I'm looking at you. But you traded down though, Lions. Because you had a higher pick. See, how when you trade down. See, the Lions had an earlier pick. They traded down to 12. They were picking like right after. Um, Let me see who they was picking. They was picking right after somebody. I think they was picking. Yeah, they was picking right after the Cardinals, right after the Seahawks, and they traded down. That's what you get when you trade down, because they should have just stuck there as they pick and took Jalen motherfucking Carter. Now you went over and turned around and took a running back that you don't need, and he wasn't even the best running back in the draft. Have understanding if the Falcons had a passed on Bijan, and then you sitting there at 12 and you took Bijan, nobody would say that. But before you did that, who you trading up out of there? You guys, you need to trade some backs, bro. Uh, the Green Bay Packers, they took an edge rusher, Luca Van Ness. I don't know nothing about him too much. He played at Iowa, so all I can say is he's a solid kid. He's a solid player. That's all I can say. Roger Jones went to the Steelers. They definitely needed that. Um, they took a Will McDonald linebacker. 2016 pick by the Commanders, Emmanuel Forbes. They're dumb because the best corner it was Christian Gonzalez going to comparables to them guys. So I don't know what I mean. Keep up the good effing work over there in Washington. And again, the lines come over here with this dumb pick um, with the 18th with Jack Campbell, linebacker. Now they get that grade at A. They say they love the pick, but they should have stuck their. They should have stayed where they was in the rest of the draft, and they could have took two players. Okay, then everything get kind of cloudy after this. Uh, let's talk about the Seahawks taking Jackson Smith and Heba. I'm not really high on this Jackson Smith, no Heba, but the key to a lot of these speedsters, a lot of these guys, um, you can have success in Seattle because Seattle have guys doing different things. So what they do in Seattle is whatever you do great, they're gonna let you do that only, and then they'll let you develop. So he definitely um, got three wide receivers with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. So it's going down. It's going down in Seattle. Seattle had, unlike Detroit, Seattle had a great draft. Oh, I forgot. One thing Seattle know how to do. They know how to draft. It's just what they was messing up is they wasn't getting offensive linemen. Chargers. You took the worst. The Chargers are dumb. They took the worst receiver in the draft. They took the worst receiver out this first round group. They took Quentin Johnston. I don't like this guy. I do agree with the C grade. They could have took Zay Flowers though. That'd have been the better pick because Zay Flowers is a better wide receiver. Because the bottom of my Ravens took Zay Flowers, a better wide receiver. Right? Better wide receiver. Vikings, they took Jordan Anderson. Jordan Addison, excellent wide receiver, good route runner. Um, good, balance over there. He don't weigh that much. He only weigh 175 pounds. But it's all good, man. He is like I said, he's a great route runner. Um, he'll gain a little weight. Probably, it'll take a little while. You need to get to about 195. He'll be good to go. Giants took Dante Banks. I'm not high on this guy. As a 24th pick, I'm not high on him. He's a bum in my opinion. I don't believe in him. He's a ball hawk. He's a ball hawk. That means, he might be decent, but he might be getting burnt. Then the 25th, the Bills. Now they jumped because uh this was the Jacksonville pick, and Jacksonville pick traded down twice, and the Bills they jumped Dallas Cowboys because everybody thought Dallas Cowboys was going to take Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah, and everybody gave this a C because they already got Dawson Knox. So it was like, why do y'all take him? You already got Dawson Knox. We already talked about on the previous, so we'll skip that. You can go check out that. Um, Great pick by the Jaguars, man. He took offensive lineman. A lot of people thought Dallas was going to take an offensive lineman here, but uh, the Jaguars took Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. And the Bengals, they took Miles Murphy, edge rusher, Clemson. Pretty much is a Bengal pick. Now, everybody, you Saint fans, you know good mother huckers, y'all took a bum at defensive tackle. No said, Brian Breesy. I seen him. He ain't nothing. And then the Eagles, they turned around and got better and took Nolan Smith, linebacker. And I think the reason he fell in the draft because of his size. Um, yeah, because of his size. Because he's a playmaker at Georgia. So the Eagles are sitting up here cooking with gas right now and acting a damn fool. Acting a damn fool. Then at the end of the first round, Kansas City, man, they took, you know, a guy that's about uh, 75 miles west on 70 over there in Manhattan, Kansas. They brought in a dude named Felix, man. Yeah, they brought Felix the Big Cat, Yeah, they brought Felix the Big Cat out of Kansas State. Wildcat. Yeah. So they brought Felix the Wildcat, Okanuki, Azuma, edge rusher, Kansas State. So that's a good pick for them. They always going to need pass rushers because they always going to pretty much have a lead because they employ a dynamic quarterback named Patrick Mahomes. But we're going to recap just quick, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bijan Robinson pick at 8, to me, was an iffy pick, man, but it's just to sell. It's just to sell tickets to them Negroes down there in Atlanta. You know, sell them Negroes down in Atlanta. Uh, the Will Anderson pick, man, you know what I'm saying, by them is going to probably be uh, a monumental pick for that franchise. That was to stabilize that defense to being a dominant defense. So he can go get to the rug. He can get to the quarterback, man. You know, that'd be a good thing. And get what? He be going after this. He be going after this guy. You know, so it is what it is. It is what it is. So y'all just get ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Carolina Panthers. They took Bryce Young. Bryce Young is who he is. You know what I'm saying? His resume speaks for himself. He's a little undersized. Uh, that's just to say the least. We definitely ain't doing the most on him. Uh, we just gotta let these kids, you know what I'm saying, pan out. And hey, man, the key to the first round pick, man. 25 of these guys usually be 20 of these guys out of usually 20 of these guys bust. 50% of them be bust. We just say 50% of them be bust. And just to be honest with you, 50% of them be bust. You know, so which quarterback you think is going to be a bust? Um, which which running back is the Detroit Lions? Is back to being the Detroit Lions when everybody was really excited about them probably finally getting out of being terrible. They go and take two bullshit players. They don't need. You taking running backs and linebackers because you traded out of position to take the guy you probably actually really need. You know, so uh, you trade out of position to even take Tyree. You know, you could have had the bookends at the defensive end position. But you're not about the business over there, Detroit. I can't respect you right now. You back to being rebuilding since 1956. You back to being the Cowardly Lions. I'm disgusted with you. I am disgusted with the Detroit Lions. I really am. And I'm not a fan of you. But sometimes you do, you know, you do want to see some people get better. But all I got to say, man, about you, Detroit, you get an F in this effing draft. You're the worst drafting other uckers in the history of the National effing League. Okay? I know you had some guys, some great Hall of Famers come to your damn place. You know, Calvin Johnsons of the world and the Barry Sanders. Let me tell you something. You ain't do nothing with them. You ain't do anything. You ain't do nothing. But all that grass. You know, back to this bullshit here. Eagles ain't gonna do nothing with it. Yeah. Stacking all that talent ain't gonna do nothing with it. Yeah. Stacking all that talent, and all you gonna do is make Patrick Mahomes' legacy better. That's what you gonna do. NFC is down. NFC and NFC is you got to be ashamed of yourself for letting this team pimp on y'all and pimp on the rest of you other motherfuckers like this. Even you, Jerry. Y'all letting Howie pimp every goddamn year. Can't do nothing but laugh. Cause I sure ain't gonna cry. But it's gonna always be die. Eagle die. Bitch ass nigga. Want to race after the draft ass nigga. What? Yeah, you want to race after the motherfucking championship ass nigga. Now you down there in the fucking Philadelphia hell, you know? Fuck you, niggas. Yeah, yeah, they got a gang of goddamn Georgia Bulldogs up there in motherfucking Philly. You know, they got the dogs up there, you know. But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's NFL, it's competitive nature. You know, I ain't, you know. But niggas want to run around here talking about they sweeping Cowboys now. You know, yeah, yeah, you bitch ass niggas running around there talking about y'all sweeping Cowboys. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. You ain't doing none of that shit now. So, you know, as we close, man, on this game show, y'all, you know, I just wanted to let y'all know, man, I appreciate anybody that like and share and subscribe to the show. Help this show grow, man. The uploads will be more entertaining here in a little bit. Give us a little time. We're gonna be pretty much 100% uploads when it comes to interesting content like sports and all that. We're not doing lives anymore. They don't make any sense, and we just gonna go on and put it out there. We're done, for if I ain't gonna get number 10 or 11 or 12 views, I might as well just do an upload. Because if I get 1,000, then I need that right there. Let me know I need to keep doing uploads. So if I gonna get many views, might as well do an upload. If I get maximum views, I might as well do uploads. Because I just want to say this: YouTube is a unique content place, in my opinion. This YouTube is very trendy, you know, and we just have to try to go with the flow to make the game show grow. But everybody out there, I hope everybody have a lovely Friday, and a lovely day, because this is Prince Pill 9.5 Live Show. This is the game show. Absolutely. Well, we talk about the games we play, the games we love, the games we know. Because you already know this is the motherfucking game show.